Welcome to this series taking a closer look at some of the ultrasonic tips available from NSK. My name is Cat Edney and I'm going to talk you through the use, design and technique of some of the most popular ultrasonic tips from the NSK range. The G6 is a thin width, medium length ultrasonic tip. It has two straight working edges and a semicircular cross section. This tip is designed for gross calculus removal and also is slim enough to get into proximally and into the gingival sulcus. The G6 tip is a much thinner shanked ultrasonic tip designed for the next stage of gross calculus removal. So once you've removed all that hard, heavy deposit that your patient has come in with, you might want to move on to a G6 in order to clear the finer deposits that are making tooth surface feel rough to the tongue. Certainly in stage 1 of periodontal treatment, once the harder, heavier deposits are removed, it can be nice for the patient if we go down to a G6 and just clear those slightly rougher areas so that plaque removal in the future is easier for the patient. G6 is a lot more nimble, it's a much thinner tip, so you can get right into the interproximal spaces. Anywhere that's catching with floss can be really helpful for those areas, and also it works on slightly lower power settings. G6 is a fantastic tip for stain removal, so if you've got patients who smoke or they've got mouthwash staining, this is a really great tip for just sweeping around gingival margins and removing those stains for those patients at the same time. G6 still has a semicircular cross section, so a lot less gingival trauma when using the lateral sides of that tip, but it's also really fantastic for getting slightly subgingivally as well, so into that gingival sulcus you can scoop out any debris that's sitting in there. It's quite a thin, short tip. It's really fantastic for anteriors. It's also really lovely for the lingual surfaces of molars, where you get sometimes a bit more of a build-up without being able to feel it with your grosser debridement tips. So using this one just after your stage 1 gross calculus removal can be really helpful for the patient, just to make sure that there aren't any rough areas that's stopping them from controlling their plaque levels at home.